I give it to the LG. I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
Baby trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard and they just want it free. Let's go. Look at how I'm whipping, so they tripping now. Take away the fake, you see the difference now.
Be competitive with yourself. Hey, what's going on? Hopefully you followed me from the last video talking about the UN7070. Now, I was very skeptical at first. I was trying to get an entry-level Sony, but didn't want to waste money, so I really wanted a higher-end Sony, but then you're talking about thousands of dollars, and I really wasn't trying to pay that right now because the ideal TV I want is a Sony, which is like a 900 or 950 series, 85-inch, where you're spending thousands at that point. So I already knew that if I'm not willing to spend that much, I don't want to waste that money that I could have put towards that at the time, right? The thing is, with my current space, the 85 isn't going to work well. I was using a projector that was 100-inch. So for me, but it was in a different location, and I wasn't carrying a big screen where I was moving it to. It was on a wall and some other stuff like that, right? So I just don't think it makes sense right now, but I wanted a larger screen because I felt like it was comparable to the projector I was using, and that viewing angle that I got used to, basically. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel like I was watching a 100-inch screen. It felt almost like normal. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I looked online. I almost pulled the trigger on a Sony, and the Sony was more of an entry-level option, and it was only like a 65-inch, which still was decent because the TV that I was going to replace, the Samsung, is actually 65. But it's having a little bit of issues, not with the screen itself, but with the actual inputs. They're just fading out, or I don't know what's going on with it, but it kept cutting out. The TV was cutting off at random times, and that actually is only an HD TV, but I never complained about it. Even using the PS5 on it, I liked it. I mean, it looked better than my Vizio was looking at the time, but I still liked it in general. You know what I mean? So I saw this LG option, and I have an older LG also that was a high-end model at the time that's only HD TV, but I really like it. And it has like everything I could ask for on it. Super heavy, paper thin type of LG, and the quality, the picture quality is really good. It was comparable to my Samsung, if not the same, it maybe even a little bit better, but definitely wasn't less than the Samsung quality that I have, right? So I saw because of that, I'm trusting now a little bit into the LG brand because I never owned anything LG besides that. So I look, and as I'm looking for this Sony that I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on, because I know they got new models coming out, so they're getting rid of the old ones, so they're on sale a little bit. I saw a 70-inch for only $600, and for it to be retail $600, I was a little skeptical. I was like, this can't be that good. But it's a LG. I know that's not the highest of highest, but LG's not bad. You know what I mean? So when I just started thinking, I read reviews. Like on the Sonys, you'll see a consistency with what they don't like about it. Even though there's a lot of good reviews, there's always a consistency with certain things like software issues. The interface and stuff is a little clunky, I guess, that people didn't like. Stuff like that. As far as the LG's concerned, I've seen a couple bad complaints, but you're always going to see that with no matter what you buy. But I didn't see a consistent bad complaints about the same things or something like that drew concern for me, you know? So I pulled the trigger on it, long story short. $600, 70-inch, 4K, 2.0 HDMI inputs. It's a VA screen. It is, what else is it? It has the HDR10. What else? That's all I can think of at the moment. But man, let me just tell you, I'm super satisfied with it. Not only the price is just the icing on the cake. The price just makes me love it even more. The quality itself is really good. None of the 4K monitors that I've had so far blew me away as far as super crazy clarity or something like that. But besides that, I mean, they're more on the entry-level side of things. The price point is crazy good for the size of the TV, the quality of the TV, the picture quality. I'm not crazy about the LG like menu system. It's not bad. You can get used to it like anything else, but the picture quality alone is definitely great, and it's comparable, if not better, than my Samsung that I was using. Excuse me. The HDR stuff, I can tell it's like an automatic HDR where it does it for you or something like that, or based on the content. But the upscaling looked pretty decent on HD content, 4K content. All the things that I was watching, from the lows to mids to the highs, it looked really good as far as the Nothing was blowing out or peaking and looked like blown out whites or something like that, or crushed blacks. It looked really good. One thing I noticed definitely that's way better than my Samsung is that the glare. Usually I have to close all my windows or the blinds and do all this extra stuff, close curtains. I don't even have the brightness boosted at 100% or the backlight at 100%, and I'm still good to go. This, because of that TV and how satisfied I was with it, it made me go ahead and want to just try the 43 inch in here and just see how I liked it in replace of the Vizio, only because it was like a $60 difference. I didn't want to let $60 difference be the thing that caused me to, because I was so satisfied with the LG on this side, the bigger one. I was like, dang, I feel like if it's the same TV, basically, I know I'm going to love it as far as being in here. And I am, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with the Vizio or the entry level. I know there's higher models and stuff like that. But again, if you're able to spend $60 more, I would definitely get this version. This is the UN7000 43 inch, great for smaller spaces or living room, depends whatever's good for you. But the 70 inch, man, it looks really nice too. It looks good, and the price point is crazy good. So without being too technical, that's pretty much it. I don't know what other options you can get in that price point that you could be satisfied with. This is just based on my experience and what I've been happy with. So I wanted to share it with you guys. So hopefully that was somewhat insightful. I know it's just a lot of talking and stuff like that, but I just want to give you my input. Some of you who watch me may trust some of my opinions and stuff like that, or can relate to it. And it may be to help you make a choice. But I would definitely recommend this TV. It wasn't available in a lot of places. I had to pick it up at a Best Buy warehouse, which I didn't even know existed until now. If you can get it or ship it, I would say, blindly, I didn't want to get it because I didn't know if it was good or not. I was kind of doing it blindly, just like with the Vizio. I had to order that from Best Buy as well. And I ended up being decently satisfied, but I wasn't like crazy happy and excited about it. Not like I am for the LG. I feel like that's more on the higher end of me liking it versus the Vizio. Price point aside or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, the Vizio I was happy with. The price point kind of bring me down a little bit to understand what I paid for. The LG, I feel like I got a good bargain for what I paid for. I feel like I got better than what I was expecting kind of scenario, if that makes sense. So with that being said, I definitely recommend it. I think it could have more functions and stuff like that. As far as gaming, I mean, it's just like this or the Vizio. It's not bad. It's not the best. It's a great entry level way to get into gaming, I guess. Again, I recommend both of the LGs. I still recommend the Vizio. Price aside, or price not aside, I still would take the LGs over the Vizio, but the Vizio is still a great affordable option. So with that being said, make sure you do everything at your top level, because remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Until next time.